Today, as above, so below, we're talking about Tuesday energy, Mars energy. Salutations to each and every one of you guys. I want to say, first of all, salutations to my madrina, my padrino, to my Oba, and to all of my brothers, ancestors in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Angeles. Those that this is your first time in my life, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. Those are the African traditional religions by which we harness, direct, and disperse energy, frequency, and vibration. To each and every one of you guys, I want to say hello and to you. I'm gonna also give salutations to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys. What's up, Mama Susan in the house? Gemini in the house. I want to say to each and every one of you guys as you chime in, find out that I'm alive. I want to discuss something today about action. And I've been doing magic since I was a child. I'm 52 years of age. And I do believe that people, because they were reared up in the church and everything is about good and everything is about evil, right or wrong, we forget about universal laws. Universal laws mean that everything is about energy, frequency, and vibration. However you so choose to utilize that energy or vibration is really left up to the individual. One of the things I want to discuss today that I have said before, and what people have not allowed themselves to figure out. As a Sagittarius, my moon is in Aries, and my rise on Pisces. My subject today afternoon, is negative magic manifesting God's goodness. Yes, you heard it right. I said negative magic or energy manifesting God's energy or God's goodness. And what that means is that something I've been saying all the time. People forget energy is energy. And we all need either a negative charge or a positive charge depending on our zodiac. And without positive and negative charge, you cannot manifest. You're not going to get a electrical charge. What's up, Demetrius, my Gemini in the house? So I want to talk about negative magic and how I utilize negative magic or negative energy to manifest God's goodness. A lot of people do not understand that when we are dealing with trees and nature, we're utilizing the negative ions or the negative energy of the forest. Whether you're working with Osine, whether you're working with Ogun, whether you are working with Ochosi. These are negative energies, not bad energy. I said negative. Just like there's positive energy, there's negative energy. It doesn't matter what I'm Muslim or not. Only thing matters if you're here to hear the truth. Okay? What's up there, my Sagittarius? So, when it comes down to negative magic, when you're dealing with earth magic, it's negative magic, a negative charge. When you're working with certain herbs that are ruled by the sun, Mars, or Saturn, that's negative magic. And I have used negative magic to cleanse people of sickness and disease. I've used negative magic to enlighten people. See, you can, when you're working with patchouli and you're grounding, all of that is negative magic or negative energy. Grounding up under Saturn of any kind is negative magic. I need you to understand that. I need you to stop making it difficult for us to understand universal laws and how many of you guys allow yourself to be a hindrance because you let a little obstacle get in your way. You don't see it as a little obstacle because you're not looking from the elevation that I am. I've constantly looked for opportunities to see if people really growing. And I watch different ones. And y'all listen to me on this. Because something appears to be negative, negative energy works very different than positive energy. It's supposed to. An electron and a proton works different than a neutron. For whatever reason, I don't know why it's not clicking with melanated people. Every time you cast out negative energy, you're really weakening yourself. This is why I coined the term of harmful energy, because somebody can manifest something harmful to you utilizing a positive energy. Yes, and somebody can bless your life using negative energy. If you understand energy, frequency, and vibration. And when you've been stuck in the church and you have church influence, you have a tendency to see things happening in your life in a negative way. But it's trying to get you to give you the opportunity to be accounted for. What's up, my baby Scorpio? Time after time, I've had to reach out to my tribe, not so much as my saint, because I don't care how many miracles happen for them. They're always in an infant state, like they don't know what to do, as though they can't be challenged. Remember, we all playing a role. And sometimes your role can be hindered, stifled, or even attempted to block. But when you are part of a system and a part of a church and a part of a coven and a part of a elay or any group activity, and you find yourself fighting to play your role, you have to understand how to move in negative energy. This is how we are able to deflect energy through negative energy. There's ways that we can transmute energy through negative energy. There's ways that we can ground energy. Remember in the story in the Bible when the children of Israel was chased by the Egyptians, the Bible said that God made the chariots heavy. That's Saturn. He did a negative work to make it heavy, and where their wheels could not hardly turn, so they would never catch up with the children of Israel. Because we use this term so loosely among the melanated people, we find ourselves disappointing people. We find ourselves not meeting certain expectations. We find ourselves not manifesting. And do I love the fact that my tribe comes through for me? Yes, but it's very disheartening for people that I'm constantly manifesting from. That is right up under my nose. And I got to the point, I'm always like, don't worry about it. This ain't the first time or the last time you're going to be a disappointment. Because you don't get it. Being near Apostle Ely don't stop you from being challenged. Being taught by Apostle Ely doesn't stop you from being challenged. Getting spiritual tools doesn't stop you from being spiritually challenged. Negative energy, like earth energy, absorbs, grounds energy. Then Mars, it can deflect energy. What's up there, Ryan, in the house? My Libra. My Renee, my 69 is here. Manifesting through negative magic is not an evil thing. It's an energy thing. And if you don't start realizing that some of the work that has to be done for you to get you from point A to point B, or for you to get your healing, has to come through negative energy. And most melanated people, especially in the church or got church influence, see things as good and evil. They see things as right and wrong. And they see things as negative and positive. Not with the idea that all that 24 hours is the same day. It just 12 hours of that day is day, and 12 hours of that same day is night. Because spirits have to dwell on one hemisphere or the other does not make it not God's work. The inability to open your mind with information is baffling to me. I got to teach you, I got to show you, and then I got to put your hands on it. But you say that you want to grow and develop. I'm offering classes, psychic classes, that I'm going to do the most in, even in the beginners. I'm offering you Egun sticks. Yes, I am very glad that Demetrius, I'm ecstatic that Demetrius got his Egun stick. But I'm so disappointed that not a member of my own church is in a position to get the Egun stick. But I have blessed them where they've had resources. And everything is first but spirituality. But they'll come on here and pretend in front of y'all that it's all about Apostle Ely. When it comes down to negative magic, there's a vision that you must get. Through Mars, you learn how to fight. Through the sun, a lot of people don't know this. The sun has negative ions. It's a malefic planet where we get our solar plexus from. Every time you rebuking, every time you talking about what the negativity is, remember your solar plexus is made of the sun, which is a negative ion or a negative energy. And through positive charges or positive connections, you're able to manifest. I break this down so many ways. I break this down. I don't care if you're on a beginner's level, intermediate, or advanced. Because I keep overcoming. What's up, Boaz? I keep overcoming. And the very people that enter into my church, the very lives y'all see, but also the things that y'all don't get a chance to see. These people experience it. And they always, if not all time, always falling off. And I ask the bare minimum. I don't ask anything extraordinary. I don't ask anybody to do anything that they ain't supposed to do. But they get tripped over molehills, not mountains, not even obstacles, molehills. And I manifest week after week, day after day. This is why negative magic has been good to me. In spite of them, lack of participation, they get blessed. I never see an increase. But they're always utilizing my energy. I heal people and I'm thinking in my mind, for what? You're going to do the same thing you've always done. Little to nothing. When I get more strength, more knowledge, more wisdom, I become more active. When you use negative magic, you become more active. You become more punctual. You become more effective. Because each energy brings or develops certain things in you. I pay attention to what energy the sun brings me. I pay attention to what energy Mars brings me. I pay attention to what energy Saturn brings me. I want you to really, really think about what you've been learning lately. You ain't even in the class. Some of you got purchased your class. Thank you. The level of immaturity, age ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't know why I always have to go to the outside to get mature people that have never ever met me personally. And no matter what I manifest, and some of you guys, you don't know, I went and some of you guys helped me to go through get the Shungite. And that's negative magic, by the way. But it was not one person from my church that helped me. It was my tribe that helped me. It gets a little more much to keep having to come on here and have to face. I don't even know why some of them even come to my church. I really don't. You have no pride about yourself. You don't have no dignity about yourself. That this man is pouring his heart out. This man is going through trials and tribulation, and we watching God manifest. What's up, Jelly Sweets? I got people, and I still say it, that incense burns always come from the tribe. Very seldom incense burn comes from the people that actually you see in my church, because they don't think they have to, because I burn incense in the church. So you have to contribute, but they don't. If they see some of you guys start buying certain things and purchasing certain things, that's the only time they try to move, because they're trying to put on an air. I'm a Sagittarius. My moon is Aries, rise sign Pisces. If this is what y'all want to do, you better learn how to deal with people and still use your negative magic to manifest God's goodness. I want y'all to understand that I'm really headed somewhere. In spite of. And I appreciate, no matter what y'all doing, you tune in. If you're at work, you let me know, Apostle, I'm at work, but I'm listening from work. It was negative magic that opened my eyes to what was really going on around me. It was negative magic that had protected me, my health, out of everything I went through. It was because I'm ruled by Jupiter. That's a positive energy. But my star, my destiny star is Saturn. My North Node is in Capricorn. And my life has been getting in order through my destiny star, which is negative magic, dark magic, but nonetheless negative. And I want us to open our understanding. Why is it that people have never physically met me are more dedicated to what they see as the cause of this ministry than the people that actually come to physically to the church? I'm manifesting greater for the people that are physically there than I'm manifesting for you all that are here. But the people that are actually growing, apprehending, actually doing better in their life, it's other people. Because the people around me are looking for me to do it. Not only teach it, but do it for them, for themselves. I mean, wanting me to do their work. That I already ain't got enough. I'm literally here. If I can close my church down, I would. I don't, and not because I'm not a success. I don't believe they deserved the me. That's why I got a divorce. I can't do this in the church world because I can't tell people who to go. But I know what I'm worth. I know what I have the capabilities of doing. And I don't have to be in a relationship. If this was a physical relationship, I would have been divorced out. You ain't got to pay for nothing. I'm going to pay all the lawyer fees. I want you out my life. That's what type of person I really am. But when it comes to ministry and church, I can't do that. I can't divorce. I can't do nothing. I have to take it. But I'm a Sagittarius. I tell people about their ass. But I don't determine that. How you get to drop the ball on me, but I can't drop the ball on your healing. I can't drop the ball on your protection. I can't drop the ball on your breakthrough. I can't drop the ball after you keep dropping the ball. I got to always have a ball for you to be a play ball. And they really want me to snap. That's why Saturn plays such a part in my life. It keeps me cool, calm, and collected. I'm a hothead. When I say a Sagittarius tell you it's okay, it's really not okay. It really ain't. Because if it ain't okay for me to come through, if it's not okay for me not to come through for you, then why would you think it's okay for you not to come through for me? Blessings, Chief. I appreciate you. No weapon formed against us shall probably. Absolutely, Apollo. This ain't a weapon. Let me tell y'all something. These people are trip over their own feet. I can't even call this conscience. I can't say my church is on attack. I can't say my ministry on attack. This is their normal behavior. I don't know how they survived in a relationship, because if they was in a relationship with me, not only I be done whoop their ass and got a charge, I wouldn't be with them. I like success. I have an Aries moon. I like people to be challenged, but to rise to the occasion. I don't like people that constantly looking for a way to complain about something when you ain't did the proper work. My rise sign is Pisces. Well, how much do you got to go learn and see for you to actually believe? Some of these people out here, because of what been manifesting in their life, their faith level is at an all-time high. These people, you got to encourage them day by day, sometimes hour by hour. Negative magic is not about doing dirty work, because you can do dirty work with positive energy. I want y'all to realize where I'm headed. You see it, they see it, and I know it. But some days, I said, do I have to figure all of this out on my own? And they'll come in my church and ministry and testify of what God has manifested. And they don't feel, because God be blessing me through other people, places, and spaces, they don't think they ought to give nothing extra. Literally, you guys have been showing up and showing out. I have people like, oh, I'm not coming to church. I don't care. Me on a personal level, don't even care. You don't even care about yourself. You don't even care to do better in your life. I'm not that guy. I've said this even down to Mother Susan. I said, you know how I know these people don't want nothing? I'm the type of man, whether you're a man or a woman, you can have anything with me, because I'm a go-getter. I'm constantly coming up with solutions and plans. When I get involved with somebody, even down to my clients, I done mapped out a way for you to get out of your dilemma so many different ways. I just don't tell nobody what to do. But notice when you ask me a question or questions, I have an answer, because I already thought about it. It ain't nobody that is really a client of mine, or a member of mine, or a tribal member of mine, that I don't look at your life and say, well, if he or she had this, they can do this. If this person had that. One of my motivation, not the only motivation, with my baby Scorpio is because she got 7. And I intend for 7.5. So in order for 7.5, I got to make sure her mama keep her head in the game. When I look at Bo and I look at Bo potential versus what Bo's settling for, it's a reason why I say the things that I say. Because of a man of my status can tell you that you a smart man, you a sexy man, and you gonna let somebody else. No, I have a reason why I say the things that I say to people. I don't give flattery. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. But I'm a type of man that if I'm in your life, what can't you achieve? What can you not aspire to? I'm not just trying to get Demetrius clients. I'm trying to get him a better grade of clients. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. When God healed me, I started working even harder. When God healed you, you sat down. When God gave me a breakthrough, I took it and reinvested into the platform, into the ministry, so that I would even be of a less a liability. I started creating businesses inside the church so I would have the proper income to support the church, not support me. And the more that I do that, the less you feel like you have an obligation to do. But you sat up on a dead ass pastor, blind ass pastors and leaders and administrations. And you support it. I've never put that kind of responsibility on nobody. I feel like, just like in a relationship, I should, because if you want to be in a relationship with me, you should want to see me win. You should want to support me. If I feel like I got to beg you, I don't need to be with you. That's why when people try to make like I do magic on people for membership and all that, I'm highly insulted. If I didn't run behind not one baby mama that had a child from me, would I look like running behind a saint? Would I look like running behind somebody for attention? I done told you I don't chase. I attract. I chase them coins. Just like I let my sons them hear that clip in the movie. You can always lose women. If you chase them behind women, you're going to lose them. And you're going to lose money. But you can never lose getting a woman or a man if you chasing behind the bag. Because everybody want to live a lifestyle of comfort and security. I bring security and comfort to the people that I'm around. But they don't always reciprocate that back to me. Because they want other people to pay their way. Do their, oh, I know your tribe going, But why does it bother you? But because you benefit more so than the tribe. Because you are actually physically there. This is all negative magic. This is the wisdom that will come through Saturn. This is the wisdom that will come through Mars. And this is the wisdom that will come through the energy of the sun. Through Mars, where I believe in, there's a will, that there's a way. I will fight for you, even when I was fighting for Minister Mario, even when he had died on me. Death does not stop my will. Death does not stop my fight. Getting bad news doesn't cause me to lose. And this is not a apostle anything. This is you refusing to do your part. God never asked the one with one talent to bring him back the same thing that the one with 3 talents had or 5 talents. God would never put more upon you than you can bear. But you ain't even bearing your own cross. You're constantly looking for somebody to help you carry a little responsibility that you have in Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. What's up, Jeremy? I don't want you to feel bad, because feeling bad doesn't bring forth good character. It doesn't bring forth loyalty. It don't bring forth commitment. It don't bring forth dedication. I'm powerful in my energy, whether it's negative or positive. And I see you through the eyes of Jupiter, just like I see you through the eyes of Saturn. That's why God said, whether if you dealing in darkness, it might as well be the noonday sun. I don't only have day vision, I have night vision. Why you think I always been, and I say it for years, I do my best work in the dark. I want to see y'all win this year, in spite of. This is so much not about me. This is about you. Finally, you found somebody that gives a damn. That wants you to have love, peace, and happiness. And I appreciate what Demetrius and Stormy did. That's why I'm even as far as I am with the process. If your household take money to run, why wouldn't a church take money to run? And I say things in front of them, and they are like, when a Sagittarius mentioning something to you, he got a problem, or she got a problem. That's why you hear me say people deserve that they get. Because if you, I would never, I'm not a type of person, I want y'all to hear me. People think I don't give people chances. I gave y'all the damn chance while we were together. When I was around you praying and interceding and doing what I was doing, you were getting a chance then. Once I make up my mind that it's over and it's done, no, we ain't going to no marriage counseling. For what? If you were trying to get counseling before we got here, then I would participate. But now that we're here, I ain't looking for a resolution. I'm not confused about what's going on. Some of y'all act like people are confused about how you behave in every given situation. That's spiritually and naturally. You keep showing me I cannot depend on you. If the rubber meets the road, you are not the gal or the guy for Apostle E to turn to. Therefore, how can you want to walk with somebody when you're not loyal? You can't be loyal in just word. You got to be loyal in deed. If that was necessary and it was substantial, then you can have faith without works. And we know you can't have faith without works. You ask and it shall be given. I want y'all to see what the negative energy sound like. Through Saturn, negative energy sound like God is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Negative energy and negative magic sounds like in Mars. I can do all things, Ebasha, through Christ who strengthened me. And from the sun energy and that negative magic is from my belly shall flow rivers of living water. It don't sound like positive energy, but it's still knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. It still will cause you to walk in a wealthy place. You can fight through Mars and win battles and take the spoil of your enemies. Or you can endure hardness as a good soldier. And God can give you an expected end through Saturn. Or you can just power your way like Yahshua had the spirit without measure. I'm here to educate. I'm here to resonate with those that will support apostolic. I have shown you my value. I've shown you my worthiness. I have shown you my consistency. And I'm talking about when I wasn't even feeling good. I have dedicated my life to melanated people. The work of God. And I want anybody that has been consistent through this whole process to know that I appreciate you. Because you are the reason why I keep doing it. Because if I were just looking at what was around me, I wouldn't do it. That's why I don't function in certain giftings, because I was already giving them enough that they didn't even earn, that they didn't even appreciate. And so that's why it's a big deal what Demetrius did. That's why it was a big deal to me what Darius did. That's why it was a big deal what Karen O'Brien did. And how y'all came in and got those memberships. How Keymaker flies all around the world. And she came there to get her fumigation. That's why it's a big deal. Because if you look at these other people, and this is what I'm trying to show y'all about your spiritual walk, they will make you feel like you ain't hitting on 50 cents. If you go by how they respond to you, how they act and maneuver with you. It's just that I'm a 52-year-old Sagittarius operating in my negative magic, manifesting the goodness of God. Thank you, all you that burn incense, because you understand. And you know what I can say honestly? If you don't give it, it's because you ain't got it. And you know what I can say honestly? That even if my flock had it, they wouldn't give it. Both of them are true. That's why I treat y'all different than I treat them. There was no way I would disappoint somebody when they don't even require that much. If you want responsibility and you want your elders to promote you and all that, it's all about accountability and responsibility. Because when you're trying to build something, you have to build it on stability. You have to build it on consistency. You have to build it on people that are willing to walk through the fire with you. I'm not a disappointment to my mother as a son. I'm not a disappointment to my sisters and brothers as a sibling. As an extension of my family, on both sides, I'm not a disappointment. And I ain't perfect, I don't have to be. But I'm not a disappointment. My spiritual dad don't look at me and say, that was a waste. All I taught him, and he right here getting his ass whooped. Like, some of y'all ain't got no pride with the magic I'm teaching you. The energy, the knowledge, wisdom, understanding. When I got tried in my own home city where my grandmother raised me and my mama raised me and my family, you trying to score on me at a home game? I got too much pride to get my ass stomped, especially in front of all these people that done invested in me, talked to me. What you think they were sharing all that information for you to get handled like that? I got to represent. I had Minister Mario pass away. I got to represent. I got to make sure his life was not in vain. His support of apostolic faith of Jesus was not in vain. Can you say that? Whatever God has blessed you with, have you been a man or woman that people don't have to be ashamed of their investment? I don't care if you invested in me 5 years ago. I don't care if you invested in me 2 days ago. I make it my responsibility to show you, thank you for what you did, but this is what I'm working with. I like people to see their investment. I like people to see their stock rise because of what I'm doing. I want their ancestors to know that that power they gave me, Oprah did all of that for me with my health. I need her to know, baby, you didn't bless me like that in vain. I'm going to do something with this new profound health that you have given me at 52. That's what negative magic will do in your life. That's what that kind of conjure will manifest in your life. And when you get your incense burned, or you get your candles done, or you get your graveyard work done, or you get your membership, and you work in your membership, I'm proud of that. I have some people that spent the money on a membership and ain't hardly doing nothing with that membership. And I was like, you don't feel no type of way? Because especially if you ain't come up with that money on your own and somebody has assisted you in you accomplishing that, the thing you need to be as a person is that what you invested in my spirituality, you're going to see some harvest. You're going to see some fruit behind your investment. Every time y'all get on, put a like or a share, all of that, I try to make all that worth it. So no matter who's that for Demetrius. I think my sister's birthday tomorrow, and then Mother Susan's birthday is the 11th. You know why I'm seldom disappointed? Because I depend on me. Because other people have no problem disappointing you. Because any excuse that they give, they feel it's appropriate, and that you should understand. But if you measure the relationship out, I don't have the same luxury of disappointing them. They would not even follow me this far if I had disappointed them as much as they have disappointed me. And that's what you better learn as a spiritualist. You got to always be on point. They can come and go. They can talk about you. They can disappoint you. They can fall short. But they want you to be that spiritualist. But if you was giving them the same behavior in return, they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. That's why negative magic heal me. I utilize the salt water, which got salt in it. It's a negative charge to remove any sickness, any discomfort, any workings that were working against me. That's how I use negative magic. I'm utilizing negative magic to shungite, because shungite carries current, which is carbon energy, which is carbon and dark matter, which is melanin, and it carries an electrical current. I'm smart. That's why it was a big deal that I went and got more shungite. I need to get 4 more, a total of 7. I would have been got it, but my retirement money don't come to July 1st because I can apparently depend on the consistency of the saints. They'll be glad we in a spiritual relationship and not a natural relationship, because I'll be talking about them in past tense. I want y'all to know you got a winner in me. I'm gonna use negative magic to bring God's goodness in your life because I use it in my life. That negative energy that you keep rebuking, that negative energy you keep casting down, that negative energy you keep sending away, that's a part of your power. I need you to understand that. It's all energy. What you do with it, what intentions you put on it, that's your business, sir. That's your business, ma'am. But what you're not going to do is demonize my negative energy. You're not going to demonize my dark side. You're just not going to do it. Because I got clarity. I'm not participating or practicing something that I don't have no understanding to. That's why I don't really understand how people can follow me and keep talking about I'm nice. I've never told nobody I was nice. I say I do nice things. I never said one time I was a nice person. I don't have to be nice to be a good person, good-hearted. Because nice in your world means I can be manipulated. I can be used. Only time I'll get used is during sex and I'm giving out inches. Stop wasting valuable time that you don't have. Stop neglecting your spiritual life. A lot of y'all be saying stuff to me that you don't. First of all, if I keep telling you I put my spirituality first, I don't care if you pay your bills. Because if I don't have to pay, if I need something for the church or some spiritual, that comes before my bills. That's why I believe that when you take care of God's house, He'll take care of your house. You don't live like that. I'm not impressed. I don't try to change how somebody manifests and how they live their life. But understand, when you're talking to me and you neglect your spiritual life and you're talking to somebody that put their spiritual life first, what do you think I'm thinking? You're not even concerned about how I'm perceiving you. But you still want miracles from my spiritual life at the sacrifice of what everybody else is doing. I want to say to any one of y'all that support Apostolic Faith, it's going to be worth it. And I'm a type of person, I give honor to whom honor is due. I don't never make somebody look like they something that they're not. Because I can't do it, and I ain't gonna let nobody else do it. But I'm here to tell you, thank you for how you guys support when I bring things to your attention. You do what you can. But I tell you that you're doing more than most. And they're not even ashamed. You're a bunch of users. And I have a right to say that because I have the track record. And I would never say something about somebody that they did one time. If I say something about you, I done seen it over and over and over. Thank you, my Boaz. I'm gonna tell y'all something. The time will come when the bigger picture that I have been painting through my messages, through my teaching, I'll be able to manifest it. But I have to have the resources. And with black people, when they feel that you have, they feel like that's the least they got to do. When it's a collective effort. It's a collective effort. And don't do something because you feel bad, because that's the wrong energy. If you can't give something for a cheerful purpose, or a purpose that you know that you're a part of something, we gonna win. One way or the other. Demetrius, if you don't mind, because Demetrius is telling you to get that egg on steak. I wanna emphasize how experienced Demetrius is. I want to emphasize he's not just saying that because I'm Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. He's not saying that because he's getting backdoor pay. He's a grown ass man. I don't take care of him, he don't take care of me. But he knows when somebody got something. And when I say I did not overhype his egg on stick, because many of you guys can follow my lives. When I was talking about it the whole time. When I'm telling you it's a game changer, and I intend for it to be a game changer in your life, because I don't look for praise that is not deserved, honor that I didn't earn. And that's why I don't let nobody dishonor me, because I work hard to get where I am. Demetrius said you will not regret it. And guess what? I know what that egg is really worth. And you can't come up with $1,500 and you done spent thousands on foolishness. You deserve the day you have. You deserve to be right where you at. And every time God bless you with some extra, you never put it towards the people that help you to get it. I love y'all. God bless you.